Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Tom from UDS with another edition of UDS Interviews, our series where we chat to interesting people from around the world. Now, my guest this week is a band that combines a range of different influences, from literally Maroon 5 to Meshuggah, to create one of the most unique sounds in modern rock. Here to talk about their upcoming self-titled EP, it is my pleasure to introduce Jacob from arguably the most handsomest band performing today, Superlove.
I wanna know you felt good, 'cause sometimes your side was big, you out them away. Get your feet on the ground, no wasting away. One day you wish you would have made a change. Unstoppable, untouchable.
Thank you very much. That is very kind. What an introduction.
Hey, I speak no
Handsomest
lie.
band.
I speak no lie. And
We'll take that.
you don't get it from Kerrang. I'll tell you that much for free. I'll tell you that much for free. But
Nice.
but anyway, how are you doing in these strange times that we live in?
Yeah, honestly, not too bad to be fair. I mean, like we were saying just now, it's been, obviously the news over the last week or so has been a bit, it's not been great. But I mean, at the start, when things opened back up after the first lockdown, we were straight on it, and we went away in a house together and lived in a little bubble and recorded loads of new music. So that's been exciting and stuff. So over the last sort of few weeks, we've just been getting excited about that and working on some new stuff. So it's all good. All is good.
Nice, very nice. And for people who are watching this, a lot of them, obviously, they would have clicked on it, they would have already heard of you guys, but I wanted to get to know the real you, the person that you are. And to do that, I have to ask the hard-hitting questions. And that is, if you were a type of sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you say best represents you as a person?
That is amazing. I love this. I love it. Me as a person in a sandwich, will go for, you know what? I'm going to go for a VLT. It's a vegan lettuce tomato. So you get the vegan bacon in there, the lettuce and the tomato. It's just straight up. It's a classic. I'm going to go with that.
Very nice.
You can't
Very
argue
nice.
with that. You can't argue with it. It's modern
Absolutely
times
not.
with the veganism and all that. So
Well,
that
that's
is my
it.
choice.
That is peak Bristol from a Bristol band. So
Yeah.
I dig it. I mean, that's the
Nice.
thing. It's like vegan options nowadays. Like I was even reading just like, I think it was last night, that McDonald's by next year are going to release an entirely plant-based range. So it won't just be that crappy veggie patty thing they do. It will
Yeah,
be,
I read that too.
yeah. So yeah, there'll be no excuse. I mean, I'm that kind of, that wanky thing people say, flexitarian, where basically you're making an effort but not that much of an effort. But
it's something. It's something.
If the options are there and it's like the less path of resistance, then absolutely more people are going to do it. And I dig it. There's going to be a lot more good options for a good VLT out
Hey,
there.
definitely.
But as much as I would love to talk about sandwiches for like the next 20 minutes, half an hour, and easily could. I have done it before. We should probably talk about music at some point. And so,
Nice, yeah.
Your new EP, self-titled EP, is out in just a few days, releasing this Friday, November 13th. What can people expect from this release?
You can expect to hear pretty much everything that we're going to be venturing into in the future. So we've got our heaviest elements here. We've got our poppiest moments as well, with a track called Life is Great, which is people haven't heard yet. And I'm so excited for people to hear that one. And we've got some sad moments with a song on there called Bruce. And yeah, it's just fun, good amount of energy throughout, but you can definitely expect a broad range of styles there. And definitely just the first proper introduction to us as a band, in 5 little songs. So yeah, I'm very excited. We've sat on this for so long. We recorded it about a year and a half ago, I want to say, and since then it's just been a lot of waiting around and stuff, and then obviously the whole Rude Records thing came about, so that was some more waiting, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I'm so excited.
So that's interesting. That was going to be my next question. Is I was reading that you've been sitting on these songs for quite a while. Was it signing to Rude Records that sort of put this on sort of the back burners while you sorted all that stuff out?
Yeah, pretty much. That was it. So we, like I said, recorded about a year and a half ago, and then there's always a lot of back and forth at the start for the first couple of months with like mixes and stuff. So that boring stuff was out the way, and then it was just we went on tour, so we wanted to release them around when we were going to go on tour. And yeah, we put out I Love It at the start of the year when we went on tour with a band called Rome. And then when we were on that tour, we got the phone call from our manager saying that someone wants to sign you. So that was then like, oh, great, this is amazing. And then when did we announce? Like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So from the start of the year till now, all that time has just been sat here waiting patiently. But it's been good. It's been good because we're obviously really excited about the songs, and a lot of people who've seen us on tour and stuff would have heard them already, some of the tracks. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what people think of the actual recorded versions.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely. And I mean, eventually, whenever touring can happen again, I guess it'll be nice to actually have the audience be able to sing the lyrics back to you now that they would have heard them in their recorded form.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the best bit, 100%.
100%. And you mentioned when we started talking that you guys, after the initial lockdown here in the UK, you were shacked up in the same place in your own bubble to keep being creative and keep working together as a band. I understand this is quite different to the way that you normally do things in sort of, the normal world, where you often, if I remember correctly, write very separately and then come together with ideas. So what was it like sort of with this new approach to being a band, essentially?
Oh, honestly, it was literally the best thing ever. I mean, we haven't had an opportunity to do something like that, but with Rude coming along and sort of just helping us out with a few things, it was like, cool, let's just go away for a week and see what happens. We went away with our friend Tom Corey, who's an amazing mixer and producer, and we basically transformed this Airbnb's living room in the countryside into like a little recording setup. So we moved the dining table. So if the owner's listening, I'm very sorry. We did, yeah. We literally moved everything. Like everything was, the whole living room was transformed, and yeah, we just set up the recording little setup on the dining table and stuff, and bought loads of guitars, loads of just other random bits, and yeah, just I think it was very good because we went away with about 10 or 11 songs, which myself and John had already demoed to a pretty good extent, and then from there it was just like, well, let's just get tracking some stuff. So yeah, it was really good. It's a lot more easier to get hold of the guys now that we're literally like in the same room, and so before it's like trying to describe stuff over messages is quite hard. So to be in the same room was literally the best thing ever. Like I think we'll do it like that if we can, get away in the future. We'll do it like that for a long time. I think definitely very creative.
So with this extended period of recording as a band, would that mean that there is more bodies of work pretty soon on the horizon, or are you going to sort of sit on them and let this cycle die down first?
Yeah, I think it's hard to know how things are planning out, because obviously we want to plan ahead to then go on tour for next year, but obviously that's so up in the air. Mm-hmm. I think we're just going to keep putting some stuff out like more regularly, because before this EP sort of releases started, we were quite quiet for 5 or 6 months, which was, we never wanted to do that before. When we started, we always wanted to release stuff like every 3 months or so. We wanted to release new music. So I think we're going to keep doing that from now. So yeah, hopefully people hear some stuff really soon. I think there's plans for a new single like very, very soon. And that is an exclusive, so that should be good. I'm excited. Thank you for letting me share that. But yeah, no, yeah, we'll see.
Well, thank you for letting slip an exclusive. That I do feel honoured, and really excited to find out what is on the horizon.
Yeah, same. Definitely, it's definitely not like anything that we've written before. So that should be cool to see what people think of that side of the band. We couldn't quite capture it in the EP, but we've managed to do it in this song. So yeah, I'm excited. Should be good.
Very cryptic, very cryptic. I am very much looking
forward.
It's
so cryptic.
Looking from the future to the past when things were a little bit back to normal. Obviously, no one can tour at the moment, but you guys have already racked up some pretty impressive tours with various awesome artists from the UK and beyond. Have you got any crazy or funny tour stories, whether they be safe for work or otherwise, that you can share with the world?
Oh, that is, yeah. I always get stumped on this question because I feel like I think about it and I go, are we boring? Probably. We're probably just really boring. One of the, I think one of the things that sticks with me is probably our last tour with Rome when I can't remember where we were playing, Northampton, somewhere like that. And John just found this hard. John went on stage, right, in slippers that he bought on tour and some joggers and just like this fleece or something that he probably wears to bed. And then he found this hard hat and then put that on as well. And I just looked over and I was like, what is going on? I think I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. That was just looking over at Alex and then just shaking my head because I was like, this guy, what is he doing? So we don't have any mad stories, but just John going on stage in slippers is a highlight for that last tour for me. That was incredible.
I mean, that is a look that both combines comfort and safety, and that's the two prerequisites for anything I do in my life.
Yeah. Comfort and safety. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. I love it.
That is the look I go for. I'm very much inspired. But here at UDS, we don't just talk about music. We talk about the breadth of pop culture. We talk about video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, anything that we find is cool. We tend to have a chat about it. So with that in mind, if you could have a Superlove, should I say, track featured in anything at all, what would it be?
This is an amazing question. Your questions are great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's all right. I'd say, well, over lockdown, me and Alex have been playing a lot of, like everyone in the world, have been playing a lot of Warzone Modern Warfare. So, when you jump in, like, I don't know if you play yourself, but, when you jump in one of the cars, right, and then it starts playing a song, I think we put it there, like if we could put one of our songs in the car when you jump in. And then you also have to disable the feature to turn off the music, so you have to listen to it. Yeah, like when I jump in the car and like Skrillex starts playing, I'm like, no, I'm muting that because I need to I want to listen to the engine purr. But if Superlove's on there, you can't mute it. You have to listen to it. That's where it would go.
It's built into the engine sound of the car as well. I dig it. I dig it. I mean, who would want to mute it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, probably a few people, but or we could do like a Halo theme version of one of our tracks. So where they like sing in the big echo chamber. Just do like a cover version of like one of our songs in that sort of Halo theme. Like that would be cool.
That would be very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you say, a lot of people have been able to play video games this year, more so than normal. Has there been any particular game that's been your game of the year so far?
I've been looking forward to like the new Assassin's Creed, but so obviously that's not game of the year. But probably I'm just gonna go with Modern Warfare, just basic as this is so basic, but it's the only game like that I play with my friends, so that's just up there. Warzone in particular, just because it's a laugh, big laugh.
I mean, you don't have to be. Like some people get pretentious, like, oh, never play a AAA game, never play a AAA game.
Yeah.
If everyone else is playing it, that's part of the fun. Like,
that's exactly it.
If it's a tight game with good mechanics and all your mates are on it, what's not to love? So
mate,
I'm
absolutely.
fully on board. I'm fully on board. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, sorry for the basic answer. If you're
man. I would rather an honest answer than a contrite one. So I respect. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about some of your guys' future plans as a band. But what does the rest of this year and 2021 sort of in the short term have in store for you guys in general?
Short term, I mean, as long as we can just keep putting out some good music and stuff and stuff that's, saying something that's relevant to now, then I'm happy. I'm so like sitting on all these, like we're doing more sitting on music, but sitting on like 12, 13 tracks of stuff which could potentially be an album is really, really exciting for us. And I'm so happy with how it all sounds at the moment. And just some, I don't know. It's so hard to explain because normally you'd say like we've got a tour which I'm looking forward to, or we want to tour with these people, but literally like none of that is like I just said, it's so up in the air. So what? But as long as we just keep putting out music and just we don't have a quiet period where we're not releasing something or a cover or something, because that was quite fun putting out a cover. So maybe potentially another one of those. We'll see.
Very cool, very cool. Well, as you say, it sounds like you guys are staying creative, and it's nice just to have some things as a fan of your music to look forward to, because there's not a lot else in the music scene to look forward to in terms of like live stuff or anything like that. So lots of regular releases sounds pretty good to me. Yeah,
definitely. Actually, I think this week we're actually supposed to be putting out like a little live session, so that'll be cool. We did a live session before this second lockdown of like 3 other tracks off the EP. So
nice.
So I mean, there we go. That's something to look forward to over the next couple of weeks or something.
There you go. So where's the show being streamed? Is it on Facebook, YouTube?
We did a. I think it's just going to go up on YouTube and our Instagram, like TV. It's very casual. We didn't put on like a big like light show. It's just sort of we're sat down. And it feels loungy and it feels rustic. So yeah, that I'm excited for that. Definitely.
I really hope that John wore something comfy as well.
Yeah, he's just there with his slippers for some reason.
Cool.
Again,
very cool. I'm imagining it in my head right now. But anyway, enough about what goes on in my head. The last question that we always end our interviews with is a traditional, really stupid one, but bear with me. We are Upside Down Shark, and don't ask me why we're Upside Down Shark. It's a name we thought up many, many years ago, and we're in way too deep to change it now. But with that in mind, what is your favourite shark? And it could be real, it could be fictional, it could be a shark from a movie, or a shark from our oceans. But what would you say your favourite shark is?
Probably the shark from Sharknado, because that film is absolutely ridiculous. Have you seen it?
I have indeed. I have not seen any of the sequels, because there are apparently many sequels to it now. But
There's so many. I don't know why they just keep going. Oh, good. Yeah. Just a shark from Sharknado. I think there's another one where they have the sharks with like machine guns attached to them as well, or flamethrowers. One of the two. Something insane.
That sounds like a Austin Powers joke, but
it literally does, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm
so
fully
true.
on board for many schlocky shark-related films. That is a good Sunday afternoon in my books, and I probably will watch a few in lockdown. But anyway,
definitely.
Jacob, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you today. The last real question I have to ask you is, where can people find you guys online?
Go to our Instagram, because that is where we are most active, which is at Superlove UK. Thank you so much. You're a hero, mate. Questions are sick.
The pleasure is all mine. The pleasure is all mine. And hopefully, whenever we can all go on tour and be in the same room again, we can do this with the whole band or whatever in person. Have a beer or something. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, mate, I'd love to do that. Thank you so much.
It's a day. And for anyone watching at home, make sure to pick up Superlove out November 13th. Wherever you find good music, we'll put a link to everything you need to know in the description below. Hit subscribe for all sorts of interviews with all sorts of creative people and me stumbling over my words. And we shall catch you next time.
'Cause sometimes it's hard to spit you out the wrong way, but get your feet on the ground and wasting away.